Today, we're diving into A24's latest psychological horror masterpiece, Heretic. If you've just come back from the cinema, or if you're just curious about what all the buzz is about, stick around because we're breaking down the mind-bending, thought-provoking, and downright chilling ending of this movie. Grab your popcorn and let's dissect the twisted religious puzzle that left everyone questioning their own beliefs. All right, so let's start with a quick recap of what this movie is all about. Heretic follows two young Mormon missionaries, Sister Paxton, played by Chloe East, and Sister Barnes, Sophie Thatcher, who are trapped in the labyrinth-like home of Mr. Reed, played by the one and only Hugh Grant. Now, when I say labyrinth, I mean it in every sense, mentally, emotionally, and theologically. Mr. Reed is a master manipulator, using his intellect and sinister tactics to break down the sisters' faith in their religion, and really, in humanity itself, from forcing them to participate in grotesque resurrection experiments, to staging monopoly games that mirror his nihilistic worldview. Mr. Reed believes he has a rock-solid argument. Religion is all about control. And you know what? It's terrifying because it forces us as the audience to think about our own beliefs too. But, oh boy, does this movie deliver on an ending that flips all of Reed's carefully crafted logic on its head. Let's talk about it. So, let's break down Mr. Reed's big finale. Hugh Grant, who, let's be honest, absolutely nails the role of a soft-spoken yet utterly sinister antagonist, makes his final theological argument to Sister Paxton. Reed's philosophy boils down to this: the ultimate religion is control. He's convinced that every belief system, every ideology, and even societal structures like economy and governance are all just forms of control. And his proof: a bunch of malnourished prophets kept in cages, willingly submitting to his rule. Let that sink in for a second. The casual way he explains this like it's the most logical conclusion in the world sends shivers down your spine. He even uses the Monopoly analogy, suggesting life itself is like a game we're all tricked into playing, never realizing we're just pawns. It's bleak, it's cynical, it's horrifyingly convincing. Then, enter Sister Paxton, our beacon of hope. Sister Paxton, oh my goodness, what a character arc. Chloe East brings such depth to this role, and by the end of the film, she delivers a response to Mr. Reed that's as powerful as it is poignant. Paxton doesn't fight Reed's argument with a counterattack of logic. Instead, she speaks from her heart. She acknowledges that, yeah, maybe prayers don't always work. Maybe miracles aren't real. But that's not the point. The point is that we pray because we love, because we care, because we believe in something bigger than ourselves. There's this beautiful scene where she sees a butterfly land on her finger. Now, earlier in the movie, she mentioned wanting to be reincarnated as a butterfly. For a brief moment, you think, whoa, maybe this is a sign, a miracle. But then the camera cuts to a different angle, and nothing. The butterfly wasn't real. Yet, it doesn't matter. Paxton chooses to believe in that moment not because it's real, but because she wants to. This is the essence of her defiance against Reed. Faith doesn't have to be about control. It can be about personal strength, about finding comfort and meaning in the face of chaos. Now, let's talk about Sister Barnes. This moment, oh my gosh, this is where the movie truly takes your breath away. After a brutal attack earlier in the film, we're led to believe Barnes is dead. But in a climactic twist, she comes back, or does she? And drives a nail-studded board straight into Reed's skull. It's poetic, it's brutal, and it's satisfying on so many levels. Some people might argue this was divine intervention, a miracle proving Reed wrong. But there's another way to see it. Maybe Barnes simply clung to life long enough to get her revenge. And honestly, this makes her act even more powerful. It's not about divine power or miracles. It's about sheer human will. It's about saying, you don't control me, Reed. You don't get to win. This moment completely shatters Reed's illusion of control. His entire philosophy crumbles in an instant. So, what does Heretic leave us with? Questions. So many questions. Is religion really just about control? Are we all trapped in a never-ending cycle of trying to find truth? And the big one, is God real? These are questions that don't have easy answers, and the film doesn't try to give us any. Instead, it gives us Sister Paxton and Barnes as examples of how to respond. It's not about proving who's right or wrong. It's about finding strength in your own beliefs, even if they're imperfect. It's about rejecting the need to control others or be controlled yourself. And honestly, that's a pretty hopeful message for such a dark, twisted story. What a ride, right? Heretic isn't just a movie. It's an experience, a conversation starter, and maybe even a challenge to examine your own beliefs. What did you think of the ending? Was Barnes's return a miracle, or just human grit? And do you think Reed had a point about control, or was he just another manipulative villain? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear all your theories. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the movies and shows you love. Thanks for watching. And until next time, keep questioning, keep believing, and keep exploring the stories that move us.